Question 26 for RPGaDAY 2016 is what hobbies go well with RPGs? Now, I think there are a few different hobbies that, in my opinion, go well with role-playing games. I think anything that encourages creativity, such as illustration, graphic design, writing, etc., tends to go well with RPGs because it already encourages you to think in a creative manner. And certainly if you're GMing, but also if you're a player, creative thinking is required in role-playing games because you're expected to imagine yourself in the role of your character, hence the name role-playing games, and portray those characters. But in a lot of games you'll also be asked to contribute to the world and the setting, maybe help create a few NPCs, so having a sort of store of creativity and ideas that you can pull on is a really great thing. Of course, acting would seem to be a logical talent that would lend itself to role-playing, and I think it can do. I have a couple of friends who have acted themselves and who are very good role players because they're used to working out the motivations of a character and how that person would react and then portraying them in a variety of situations. People who are adept at comedy and improvisation, I think, would also be great at role playing because part of the joy of role-playing is that it's fairly spontaneous. Now, of course, the GM prepares adventures, etc. for their game beforehand, but all of that can change just like that as soon as the player characters start interacting with the setting. So both the GM and the players need to be able to think on their feet and to improvise to do what they do and keep the story moving and have an entertaining game and make it enjoyable for everybody. So I think acting would be one that would lend itself well to it. In terms of other hobbies, I think since a lot of games, certainly fantasy games, have a sort of faux historical element, a person who was interested in history or perhaps politics or any number of sort of real world sort of disciplines that can be drawn on, particularly if you're world building as a GM, you can take whatever expertise you have and put it into your game. Now, obviously, you have to bear in mind that even if you're some massively knowledgeable scholar of history and you find it very interesting, all of your players may not have the same passion for that subject. So you do have to temper any sort of love of these subjects with the fact that you are playing in a game that is going to be hopefully enjoyed by multiple people, all with different ideas and different interests. So you just have to keep that in the back of your mind. So I think that's my answer for question 26, albeit slightly rambly. What hobbies go well with RPGs? I think anything that encourages you to be creative and to improvise, such as acting, drawing, writing, etc., goes well with it. And also anything that allows you to have a store of knowledge that you can draw on to add texture and an extra dimension to your game and to your campaign world is also a great thing. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow for question 27. Until then, take care and happy gaming.